Uswatul Muslima presents Storytime Seerah Series, The Birth of Rasulullah sallallahu, alaihi, wasallam, Part 2. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. On the night when Rasulullah sallallahu, alaihi wasallam was born, there was an earthquake in the land of Persia. The king of Persia was known as Khosrows, and he and his people would worship fire instead of Allah Ta'ala. Because of this earthquake, all 14 towers in the palace of Khosrows fell down and collapsed. Also, the Persians had a special fire in their temple. This fire was burning for 1,000 years, and they would worship this fire. However, on that night, when Rasulullah sallallahu, alaihi, wasallam was born, this fire went off on its own. Finally, there was a lake named Lake Sawa. All of a sudden, this lake became dry and had no water left. All these things which happened on that night were actually signs that the religion of worshipping fires was going to come to an end, as Rasulullah sallallahu, alaihi, wasallam was now born, and the deen of Islam was coming to put an end to all the wrong religions. The next morning, when the Persian king Khosrows woke up and learned that the fire had gone out and the towers of his palace had all fallen down, he became very, very worried. Then one of his priests stood in front of him and said, "I had a dream last night. In my dream, I saw powerful camels pulling some Arabian horses. I then saw them crossing over the Tigris River and spreading to every country in the world." When Khosrows asked the priest what this dream meant, he replied, "It seems like something very important will happen, and it will come from the land of Arabia." Khosrows was worried. He wanted to know why all these things were happening and what the dream meant. So he asked a very learned person to answer his questions. The learned person explained to him that all these things that had happened were signs that the land of Persia was going to change very soon. Just a few men and women from the Persians, equal to the number of pillars, will rule for a few years. And after that, the Persians will not rule anymore. When Khosrows heard that there would only be 14 more Persian kings, and then Islam would spread and the Persians would not be kings anymore, he thought that this will take a long time to happen. However, in the time when Sayyiduna Usman radiallahu anh was the ruler of the Muslims, the Persian kingdom came to an end. These were some of the important things that happened when Rasulullah sallallahu, alaihi, wasallam was born, and these were signs that soon the religion of Islam would spread through the whole world. The end.